So this is going to be my postpartum mommy and baby and breastfeeding video. And yeah, so we'll start with baby. This is my son, Noah Radley. He was born February 13th at 8:59 p.m. He was 7 pounds, 13 ounces, and 20 and a half inches long. And his head was 14 and a half inches. Yeah, 14 and a half inches. So he, we've been cloth diapering and since he was a week and a half, and we are breastfeeding exclusively. Now, he's been doing pretty good, but when he was born, he did have, we left the hospital when he was 2 days old, and we did have to go back because we had noticed that his eyes and his skin were a little yellow, so we just assumed jaundice. We took him to the emergency room. He did have a slight fever, so they admitted him, thinking that it could have been meningitis. So they did tests for that and everything. So, I mean, he is fine. He ended up being super... Uh-oh. Oh, buddy. You getting fussy? You getting fussy, buddy? He ended up being super fine. Aside from the jaundice he did have. And we stayed there. We did have to stay there for 5 days. So, it was one of the reasons we were really happy we didn't start cloth diapering right away, because it would have been really hard. We wouldn't have had enough diapers. Neither my husband nor I wanted to leave him unless we had to, like, go shower and stuff. So laundry would have been out of the question. So, oh buddy. We have noticed, it's on this side of his head, but we have noticed that he has a birthmark, and I guess it's called the strawberry, I don't know, I don't know how to pronounce it. Hemangioma, and his skin did scab around it because it's grown up. So at his next doctor's visit, we will bring that up. He didn't have a 1 month checkup because he was in the hospital so long. We didn't have a well visit until he was 2 weeks, so our doctor just said to come back, or his pediatrician said to come back when he is 2 months for his first set of shots, and then to check everything, weight and his measurements and all that. So at 2 weeks, when we left the hospital, he went down from 713 to 7 pounds 9 ounces, and at 2 weeks he was 8 pounds 8 ounces. So I was thrilled to make sure that he was gaining weight. Well, so he's been doing super well. I don't think there's anything else that I need to update yet on him. I don't know. He's starting to see us. We can tell now that, like, he actually can focus on us, on faces, and he definitely follows sounds. He really we bought, or we downloaded a high contrast app on our phone and iPad, and he loves it. So high contrast, definitely something he's a fan of, which most newborns, I guess, are. And he's starting to smile, but we're still not sure if it's intentional or if it's just him just moving his mouth around. We're not sure yet. As for me, during my pregnancy, I gained 20 pounds exactly, and 5.5 weeks later, I have lost 18 and a half pounds. So I am 1.5 pounds away from being pre-pregnancy weight. But I'm not honest. I wasn't really worried about it at first. I just thought I'll worry about it maybe when he's 3 months. I don't know when I was going to start actually trying to lose weight, whether through my being stricter with my diet or exercise, but I haven't had to worry about it yet, so that's great. I have my checkup next week to make sure that everything's going all right. Well, my appointment's next Thursday, so I don't exactly know what's going on there, but I'm doing really well. I've healed really well. I think I noticed that maybe around a month. I don't know. I didn't really want to look in that area. I was scared. But when I finally did, it was a month, and everything looks back to normal, I guess. Yeah, my episiotomy seems to be healed. Yeah, so as for my next appointment, I plan on making sure that everything's okay and that discuss different methods of birth control. I know that breastfeeding moms typically are less fertile, but I want to make sure. So, yeah, and then as for breastfeeding, everything has been going really well. I was so nervous. I don't have anyone in my family or my husband's family really that breastfed exclusively or for long periods of time. My mom didn't want to with me and with my sisters, who are twins. She didn't have enough milk to exclusively breastfeed, so she didn't. She hasn't been too much of a help in that department. And one of my closest friends, my husband's cousin, she breastfed, but she didn't breastfeed exclusively, so her supply did start to go down around 4 months. So she's actually been pretty helpful. But other than that, no one in my side of the family breastfed, or I could talk to you about breastfeeding. He, so far in his 5.5 weeks of life, he has had 1 ounce of formula, and that was when he was admitted to the hospital. And he was in the incubator, and I couldn't take him out, and I hadn't pumped enough. I think I still had colostrum at that point, and I didn't pump enough to make him not hungry anymore, so I did have to give him 1 ounce, and he spit that up right away. I don't know if it was just from the lights or the incubator, or the fact that it was coming from a bottle, because that was the first time he was bottle fed. I mean, he was 3 days old, so I don't know exactly, but he did spit up, and since then I haven't had to. I used the pump at the hospital, which was the Medela Symphony hospital grade pump, which was awesome. And once he was done in the incubator for the lights, like for his job, to help him with his jaundice, once he was taken out of there, I was able to nurse again, easier. And I don't pump too often now. I did buy one. I have the Medela Pump and Style double pump. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's the one with the bag. It's like the messenger, or like the tote one, and I do believe it's the Pump and Style. And I use it occasionally. I still have quite a bit of a freezer stash of breast milk, so we're good there. I'm not sure exactly how much he eats, because when I first started pumping, I was putting away 2 ounces each little bottle I have to store them in that the hospital gave me, and now 2 ounces is not enough anymore, I don't think. So I think he's more between 3 and 4 ounces, but again, I mostly nurse. Like, I think in the last 3 weeks he's had a bottle like 3 times, maybe, if that. So I don't know exactly, but breastfeeding's been going really well. I don't have any problems with my supply. There were a couple times where I did think I was going to, because he was really fussy. He was nursing, and I just felt like he wasn't getting full, or I didn't feel like I had enough for him. They just didn't feel like they were getting as full as they had been, and I just think that was my supply balancing out for him. Since I was pumping in the hospital, I think I had enough for like triplets, and now I don't. I have enough for him, and that's okay with me. I'm trying to think of anything else for breastfeeding related. What is useful? I don't, as far as breastfeeding or nursing pads, I use cloth I got the bamboobies. They're like the ones, I found them at Babies R Us. They're in shapes of hearts. I wish I had some around, sorry. I apologize. But I can do like a separate video review on those too, or anything else breastfeeding related that I've mentioned for like my pump or whatever. The pads work really well. I love them. The overnight ones are these huge circles. They're the shape of circles. They're awesome. I love them. The only time I ever leak from them is if they move in my nursing bra. I have 4 nursing bras that are nighttime, and 2 of them I can get away with using during the day too, and I only have 1 regular nursing bra for the day that's an actual bra, and so I don't have a really good supply. 2 of the ones that I have for night are sports bra style, and they're from Target, and I think they're like Gilligan and Gallagher. Jillian and Gallagher. I have no idea what the brand is. Maybe, I don't know. But they shift too much, so they pull the pad away. Even when I was using the disposable, when I first got home from the hospital, the disposable pads, and I don't like them. So I have to figure out some stuff in regards to that. So if anyone has any suggestions of really good nursing bras, that'd be great. I don't really have too many nursing shirts. I don't have a problem lifting them up. I do want to invest in a couple of them, but just so like when I do go to certain places, I can be, more discreet about it. But that's as far as nursing goes, I think that's it. I don't have to use any cream like lanolin or anything like that. I did intend to use coconut oil, and the first couple days I had to because my nipples had actually started to scab when he first was breastfeeding, and when he was readmitted to the hospital, I was able to see a lactation consultant because I wasn't able to see one when we were first there when he was born, and she fixed his latch. It was a latch issue, and ever since then it's been great. I don't have any complaints about pain really. I mean, there are times where he pulls away because he's done, but he hasn't let go, so he's still latched, but he's pulling away. So it's been there's discomfort, but there hasn't been any pain. My nipples aren't sore or anything like that, so I don't have to use any like warmth to like something warm or something cold. But I will say that when he wakes up for nighttime feedings, if he's slept quite a few hours, then he my boobs are really engorged, and there's pain there. I do have to like rub them while he's nursing so that I can make sure like any like knots, like bumps I have go away. So yeah, I think that's it. If there's anything that I missed or any questions you guys have, let me know. I will do my best to answer them right away. Or next time also, if you want his update and my update to be separate from breastfeeding or from all of that, like each other, let me know. I don't know exactly how to get a rhythm yet with the videos. So that's it. So I'm going to feed this little guy because it's about time. And yeah, so thank you guys all for watching, and I will update you guys next month. I'll put up other videos, but as far as my updates or breastfeeding updates, those will probably be monthly videos. So thanks again. Bye.